Imagine a battlefield where the very laws of existence shatter under the weight of power. A stage not limited to planets, galaxies, or even a single universe, but stretched across the vast multiverse itself. On one side, we have God Emperor Doom, the ruler of Battleworld, a man who seized the power of the Beyonders and reshaped reality to his will. On the other side, the Darkest Knight, the ultimate evolution of Batman who laughs, empowered by Perpetua's cosmic design and Dr. Manhattan's reality-shaping essence. This is not a simple who punches harder type of debate. This is a war between two beings who control creation and destruction on a multiversal scale. The question before us is not only who would win in a direct fight, but who truly represents the final word in cosmic authority. To answer this, we must break down their stories, their powers, and ultimately the very essence of their existence. So let's dive into this multiversal showdown, God Emperor Doom versus the Darkest Knight. The divine power of God Emperor Doom? To understand Doom's godhood, we must first remember who Victor Von Doom is. Born in Latveria, Doom was always a genius, rivaling Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four, and a master of both science and sorcery. But his true ascension came during Marvel's Secret Wars, 2015, when the omnipotent beings known as the Beyonders threatened the Marvel multiverse. Doom, through sheer intellect, cunning, and ruthless ambition, managed to steal their near-infinite power. Armed with this cosmic energy and aided by Molecule Man, Doom reshaped reality itself into Battleworld, a stitched-together planet made from fragments of broken universes. On Battleworld, Doom was God. Heroes and villains alike bent to his will. Thor's hammer was his symbol. Even beings as powerful as Galactus and Doctor Strange were subordinates under his reign. What made God Emperor Doom terrifying was not just his raw power, but his mind. He didn't simply blast his enemies with cosmic energy, he rewrote existence. He bent the laws of physics, erased opponents from reality, and ruled as a divine architect. In essence, Doom combined the limitless energy of the Beyonders with the strategic genius of Victor Von Doom, making him arguably the most dangerous being Marvel has ever produced. In simple words, Doom was not just a god in power, he was a god in strategy, ruling with absolute authority over everything he touched. The twisted omnipotence of the Darkest Knight. If Doom represents the perfection of power and control, the Darkest Knight embodies the horror of corruption and chaos. His story begins with the Batman who laughs, a version of Batman infected by Joker's toxin. Imagine Batman's unmatched intellect fused with Joker's unhinged madness, a creature of pure brilliance and cruelty. But this Dark Knight did not stop there. Through manipulations and cunning schemes, he absorbed the powers of Dr. Manhattan, a being who could see past, present, and future simultaneously and manipulate the very building blocks of existence. With this upgrade, Batman Who Laughs evolved into the Darkest Knight, a god-tier villain beyond imagination. The Darkest Knight wielded the anti-crisis energy, capable of unraveling universes and reshaping them in his own twisted design. Unlike Doom, who built Battleworld, the Darkest Knight sought to destroy and rebuild entire multiverses. He could adapt endlessly, learning from every opponent, twisting reality to his advantage. And with the power of Perpetua, the mother of the multiverse, running through him, the Darkest Knight became the ultimate predator of creation itself. What makes him especially terrifying is his mindset. Batman's tactical genius mixed with Joker's chaotic hunger creates an opponent who doesn't just want to win, he wants to dominate, corrupt, and humiliate his enemy. His power is as limitless as his madness, making him one of the most destructive forces in all of DC. In simple words, the Darkest Knight is Batman plus Joker plus Dr. Manhattan equals a nightmare god who bends reality through corruption and chaos. The clash of cosmic titans? Now, imagine the battlefield where these two gods collide. Doom, with the authority of the Beyonders, standing tall as a divine ruler of order. The Darkest Knight, an unrelenting storm of chaos, corruption, and endless adaptability. Their mere presence would annihilate universes around them. The clash would not be just physical, it would be philosophical, order versus chaos, creation versus corruption. At first contact, their powers would tear through dimensions. Doom's reality-shaping blasts could erase entire timelines, while the Darkest Knight's anti-crisis energy would counter by unraveling Doom's constructs. Doom might attempt to trap him within a rewritten Battleworld scenario, but the Darkest Knight's Manhattan-like awareness would see through such manipulations. Strategically, Doom's calculated precision could give him the upper hand. He has always been able to outthink opponents far stronger than himself. But the Darkest Knight's endless adaptability means that no strategy works against him for long. He learns, he evolves, he corrupts. The collateral damage would be unimaginable: universes shattering, time loops collapsing, cosmic entities fleeing for survival. If left unchecked, their war could end not with a victor, but with the annihilation of everything. Yet, in a direct confrontation, only one could claim the title of supreme authority. Final verdict: who truly wins? And so we arrive at the ultimate question: in this clash of gods, who stands supreme? God Emperor Doom brings with him the raw power of the Beyonders, the control of Molecule Man's essence, and an unparalleled strategic mind. He represents absolute order, bending existence itself into his vision of perfection. If the battle hinges on intelligence, precision, and structured dominion, Doom's mastery makes him nearly unbeatable. The Darkest Knight, however, is not a being of order but of unbound chaos. With Dr. Manhattan's cosmic awareness, Perpetua's multiversal energy, and Batman's relentless cunning mixed with Joker's madness, he is a force that thrives on unpredictability. If the battle stretches long enough, his adaptability could eventually overwhelm even Doom's strategies. But here lies the difference: Doom's power was borrowed and finite, tied to Molecule Man and the stolen essence of the Beyonders. The Darkest Knight's power was self-sustained, evolving, and ever-expanding through anti-crisis energy. While Doom may dominate in the short term with his sheer control and intellect, the Darkest Knight's endless adaptability gives him the edge in the long run. Final result: in the ultimate cosmic clash, the Darkest Knight narrowly edges out God Emperor Doom. Doom may control a universe, but the Darkest Knight seeks to consume multiverses. Doom is a god of order, but the Darkest Knight is an endless storm of chaos, and chaos, by its nature, cannot be contained forever. So the verdict stands: if these two titans of Marvel and DC ever met in battle, the Darkest Knight would ultimately claim victory. But what do you think? Would Doom's divine genius find a way to crush chaos? Or is the Darkest Knight's omnipotence simply too much? Comment your winner below, because this battle belongs not just to comics, but to the imagination of fans everywhere. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.